build this epic home just 5 minutes from the Launceston CBD.
We're here in Launceston, Tasmania, and it's hard to believe that the city is just over the top of that hill 5 minutes away. It's an area of Australia known for its natural beauty, but it also has some pretty impressive architecture as well, and that's why we're down here.
The contrast in colours and form gives it its name, the Bulldog House. Can you see it yet? We find out more as James gets the tour.
How are you, Sam?
Yeah, good, James. Good to see you, mate.
Now, mate, we all want a house that's got street presence and a great feeling from the street, but this thing is out of this world.
This is the Bulldog, mate. Does it look like it's going to bite you? Arr, arr.
It does definitely have a character. It's funny that you say Bulldog because there's sort of a character happening in there, but I almost feel like it's folded origami, all of these facets. It's like there's so much going on and yet it seems to feel contained.
If we want to be like a fancy architect and start
Yeah.
talking with lists, we can talk about origami and
Sure,
all that.
sure.
But I think it's a Bulldog. It's just this mean animal sitting at the top of the hill and it's going to get you.
And it is really strong with these orange pieces on the side, which is a pretty bold colour to use on the front of a house, and yet it just blends in here somehow.
Yeah, the frontage of the block is really narrow and it widens towards the back. So the whole idea is the house is pinned at the back.
Yep.
And it feels like it's trying to launch off the hill towards you over the top of the subdivision, pinned down by these two big orange ears, which are clad in a lightweight cladding.
Yep.
And then it just holds that pavilion from launching down into the subdivision.
Yeah, right. Well, you mentioned the cladding. I mean, it's got these beautiful smooth surfaces and yet you've got a bit of texture underneath as well. Tell me about the finishes that you've used.
Yeah, so we use primarily James Hardie products on the outside. So we wanted to go lightweight because we've got these crazy forms going on. If you tried to do that out of something out of masonry or whatever, the budget would have just blown.
Yeah, of
so by
course.
using lightweight, we could get all these crazy angles and everything happening.
It just sits so well on the block.
Yeah, thanks, mate. That's a really nice compliment.
That's all right. I want to get inside because I'm looking at that window and
Yeah.
I'm imagining that window is looking out at this. Like, we're in Tasmania, the views are amazing. It's rolling hills of green. I mean, that's obviously a big design
You
point
sound
of
like
view
a
to
real
capture
estate
that.
agent, James.
Do I?
Are you going to sell it to me or what? Let's go and have a look.
Let's go and have a look, mate. Wow.
That's another compliment, mate. That's two compliments in like 2 minutes.
You know why? Because the minute I walk in here, it just looks up and out, and it's really all about that view, isn't it?
Do you know the really cool thing? When we
Yeah.
presented this concept originally, the client actually thought that the floor was sloping. Because you look at it from the side and it's got that band and it's following the ceiling
Yeah.
line shooting up. And it's like, no, it's okay. You know, you can put a bowling ball at the end and it's not going to run
We're
over
not
your toes.
building you a cinema.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
But even if I say that, it's almost like we are looking inside a cinema because of that slope, there's so much glass and it's a wall of glass, but the glass is actually sloping as well. What's the height end up there?
I think we've got 4.5 metres of ceiling height there, and that glazing's sitting, you know what, half a metre below that.
Yeah.
So it's a big lot of glazing.
And on the other side, it slopes down beautifully more to this, you know, functional working part of the kitchen. And you continue the colour on the inside as well.
Yeah, we've pulled that in as well. And you know, we had that little tussle with the interior designer
Yeah.
around it.
And they've got lots of sharp, clean lines, and yet you've got this beautiful warmth in the timber floor.
We love the Tassie oak here in Tas, so it's just gum tree,
Yes.
but we call it Tassie oak down
Really?
here. I don't know, just like the same way we call aircon heat pumps. It's our Tassie language.
Okay.
We don't pronounce our consonants down here either.
No,
It's
you
like,
don't?
how you going, mate?
Okay, I like that, mate.
Yeah.
The colour is amazing. I mean, you've got this beautiful character in the pieces that you've selected.
We love to choose a Tas oak that's actually got a bit of feature in it because otherwise it's just all washy and it's, you know, it's just like having a tile.
Yeah.
Whereas you bring that nature of the timber out and it really pops. What I love is that transition. When you go upstairs to the master, you go up that stunning staircase
Yeah.
in that void space and you walk over what we call the pirate bridge.
Yes.
And it's got the little gaps in between and it feels a little bit temporary in a way. It almost feels like scaffolding that you're walking over the top before you hit that permanence of the carpet and the solid floor a little bit further on.
Well, I think what I like about it is that you've got the monostring piece underneath is light, letting the timber float as you go
Yeah.
up, but it creates this light void in the centre of the home. You've cleverly brought the view into the house, over a void and over a hallway into the middle of another room upstairs, so it's very clever to do that dwarf wall. So we're inside someone's home, but it's really a vision that starts off inside your head. When it comes to designing a beautiful home, you of course come up with lots of ideas, but you need clients to make them actually come into fruition.
Well, that's like the ultimate dream, isn't it? Just to have a bucket load of money and just go and design all these cool houses for yourself. But it's just not going to happen. Well, maybe it'll happen for you, James, but not for me.
No, I have the same problem.
And we put this crazy idea out there of the Bulldog transformer kind of thing. And I remember that point where we pulled the big A1 sheet over and it's gone from the floor plan to that image and just that energy in the room. And then from there, they just had to trust.
So one of the things we said to Sam, we did want open plan. I think we might have said we would like something a little bit radical. You know, we had a discussion with Sam, what are the sort of things you like and some of your ideas, and Transformers was one of the things that came out. And he came back with the designs, and we didn't think it would be that radical, but we really liked it. And I guess the thing that we do like about the design that we finalised was, whilst it's pretty radical outside, it's actually a pretty normal home inside. So it's a really great place to live.
Now, there's actually built-in cabinetry in these niches on either side in this room.
The really cool thing about the niches where the built-in joinery is, they're actually the inside of the Bulldog's ears. So you're actually watching the TV over there in the ear canal of the Bulldog right now.
When you design this home and you probably fall in love with these creations of yours and then you pass them over for clients to live in, what's your favourite part of this house?
Favourite part, I love just coming round the corner at the bottom of the subdivision, and this thing is just balls in. It's a little bit controversial and just hits you in the face. And half of the people hate it and half of the people like it. And it's a little bit like me, really.
Well, it's definitely very proud. It's got really strong, bold use of colour as well as form, and yet I still reckon it sits so comfortably in the street. I mean, it doesn't blend away in any way, but it still looks great.
And I think you're closing off there with compliment number 10, James. Thank you very much.